As a business consultant for 20 years, I helped some of the industry's best firms get even better. And as I've come back and reflected on all that I've learned in that time, I realized that the psychology, the neuroscience, and the practice management all align perfectly to tell one simple and compelling story. And that is that each of us and each of our businesses, yours included, has unlimited potential to be more and to be better. And I think each of you intuitively knows that, right? That gap, that longing, sort of that sense that things can and should be better. That's what we're trying to unleash. The challenge is, how do we do it? What you may not know, what I didn't know, is that success is 80% mindset and 20% methodology. Mindset being how we think and feel and show up in our business and our life. And that 20% methodology is the stuff that we spend all of our time talking about. It's the people, the product, the process, the platform. It's the problems and the challenges. It's the how we do what we do. Yet, we spend so little time affecting change in the area that has the ability to have the greatest impact on our business, on how we serve our clients, and the results that we achieve. If I were to graph financial advisors as a population, most everyone would be grouped together in some area. And you could draw a line right above that, and we'd call that the potential line. But above that line, there will be a few advisors. There will be outliers, people that have more or better, who are experiencing business and life in a whole nother category, one that most of us would love to aspire to. The difference between those outliers and the norm, or everyone else, is really only one thing: what they perceive the potential to be, what limits they place on themselves. What would happen if you took your potential line and you moved it from here to here? What inevitably happens when I consult and coach with advisors and do that very thing is that their results change. They have, be, do, and achieve more, and they do it with greater success and satisfaction. A number of years ago, I was working with a firm in the Midwest that was making the shift from investment management to financial planning. And the founder had been in business for 25 years, and the thought of making that shift was incredibly overwhelming and even intimidating to him. And we did everything that we could with the data and the analytics to show them that there was a sound business case and it made sense. But at the end of the day, we needed to have the conversation around what was holding him back. And he was really concerned that as he made that transition, clients were going to feel pushed away or discounted, or in some way as though he no longer wanted them to be a client of the firm. When I asked him what he wanted and why he wanted it, he wanted all the right things for all the right reasons. He wanted to make the shift to financial planning because he believed it was in the best interest of his clients. So we had the conversation where we talked about what he was doing and why he was doing it and how that aligned with the value system that he held both as a person and as a professional. And we came up with a game plan for how he could have the conversation with clients in a way that he felt really good about. What he had to do was overcome the voices in his head. He had to be willing to stretch beyond his comfort zone into that new territory where there were no limits and there was unlimited potential. We had to get him through that white knuckle moment where he had to sit down with that first client and explain what he was doing and why he was doing it. And out of over 1,000 clients, do you know how many he lost? 2. His revenue jumped 28%, and he had more time than he'd ever had to serve clients in a way that he felt genuinely good about. That is the power of potential.